Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Keralatham CBSE School Mudol online classes. Today I will continue with exercise 3.4. So here in 3.4, first main question what they are asking, state whether true or false. So with that we will mention the reason why it is true or false. So in first main question number A, what they are given here, all rectangles are squares. So here it is false. Why? We all know that all squares are rectangles, but all the rectangles are not squares. Therefore, it is false. Next, question number B, what they are asking here, all rhombuses are parallelograms. But it is true. All the rhombuses are parallelograms. True. Why? Opposite sides are equal and opposite. Opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. So here, if you write equal and parallel to each other. So in both the cases, in rhombus and parallelogram, what they are asking, all rhombuses are parallelograms. Yes, it is true because in both rhombuses and parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel to each other. Therefore, it is true. Next, question number C. All squares are rhombuses and also rectangle. All the squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. It is true because here all the sides are equal in square. In a square, all the sides are equal. Therefore, we can say that all the squares are rhombuses and each internal angle is 90 degree in a square. Here, all the internal angle is equals to 90 degree only. Therefore, it can be said that it is rectangle also. The third question: all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. It is true. Why? It is rhombus because all the sides are equal, and it is rectangle because each internal angle is 90 degree. Therefore, it is true. Next one. All squares are not parallelograms. All squares are not parallelograms. It is false because here also in a square opposite sides are equal and parallel, and in a rectangle also opposite sides are equal and parallel. Therefore, it is false. All squares are not parallelograms. It is false because here opposite sides are equal and parallel in both square and rectangle. Therefore, all the squares are parallelograms. Next, question number E. What they are asking here? All kites are rhombuses. All kites are rhombuses. It is false because all sides are not equal in kite. We all know in a kite only pair of sides are equal to each other. So here, suppose for example consider this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side in a kite. But here in rhombus, all the sides equal to each other. Therefore, it is false because in a kite, all the sides are not equal to each other. Next one. All rhombuses are kites. All rhombuses are kites. It is true because two pairs of sides have equal length in both rhombus and kite. Two pairs of sides have equal length. Therefore, it is true. Next one. Question number G. All parallelograms are trapeziums. It is also true because parallelograms have pair of parallel sides. In a parallelogram, if this is the parallelogram, it contains pair of parallel sides. Therefore, all parallelograms are trapeziums. It is true. Next one, all squares are trapeziums. Yes, it is also true because squares also have pair of parallel lines. Squares also have pair of parallel lines. Therefore, all squares are trapeziums. Therefore, it is also true. So now I will move to the next part. Second question. So in second question, what they are asking here, identify all the quadrilaterals that have. So we have to find out quadrilaterals and they are given some properties of the quadrilaterals. First one, four sides of equal length. If four sides are equal in a quadrilateral, then it is rhombus or square. In rhombus or square, we all know that all the sides are equal to each other. If rhombus, here also all the sides equal to each other. In a square, here also all the sides equal to each other in a quadrilateral. So this is the first one. In second question, B, four right angles. Four right angles means it may be square or rectangle. Four right angles means right angle means 90 degree. You know, in a square, all the internal angles, each internal angle equals to 90 degree only, and in a rectangle also, all the internal angles, each internal angle is equals to 90 degree. Therefore, four right angles means it may be square or rectangle. This is about second question. So they have given some property. We have to find out quadrilateral. First one, what they asked, four sides of equal length means it may be rhombus or square because here all the sides equal to each other in rhombus and square. And second question, four right angles. Right angles means 90 degree. So here it may be square or rectangle. We all know that in a square and rectangle, all the each internal angle is equals to 90 degree. This is about second question. Now third one. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. How we can say a square is a quadrilateral? We'll say it is a quadrilateral because it has four sides. If the polygon is of four sides, then we call it as quadrilateral. And here what they are asking? Explain how a square is first one a quadrilateral. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Means if a polygon contains four sides, then we call it as quadrilateral. Therefore, if it has four sides, a square called as quadrilateral. Second question. A parallelogram. How a square is called as a parallelogram? If opposite sides are parallel to each other, then that square is called as parallelogram. So here in a parallelogram, consider for example, in a parallelogram, these opposite sides are parallel to each other. Therefore, this square is called as parallelogram if opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay, next one. A rhombus. Four sides are of same length. A square is called as rhombus when four sides have the same length. So here in this square, four sides are of equal length. Therefore, it is called as rhombus. Therefore, four sides are of same length. Next question. Here what they are asking, rectangle. When each interior angle is 90 degree, we all know in a rectangle, each interior angle is 90 degree. Here I will draw. Each interior angle is 90 degree. This is the rectangle. So the question for fourth one, a rectangle. When a square is called as rectangle, each interior angle is 90 degree. So this is about third question. Next, fourth one. In fourth question, what they are asking? Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals, and they are given three questions here. Diagonals means, what is diagonal? Diagonal is this side between two non-consecutive vertices. Suppose for example, consider this square ABCD and this is the side between non-consecutive. AB is also connected, AD is connected. So here AC is diagonal and here BD. These two are diagonals, and here in fourth question what they are asking, name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals, first one, bisect each other. Bisect means whose diagonals bisect each other means these diagonals will divide each other equally. So here in a parallelogram, consider for example this is the parallelogram. Here diagonals bisect each other, and I will name it as ABCD, and it has two diagonals AC and BD, and here in a parallelogram always diagonals bisect each other means it will divide. Here each diagonal will divide another diagonal equally. So here OB is equal to OD and OA is equal to OC. Therefore, in a parallelogram, diagonals always bisect each other. Like this only, rhombus. In rhombus also, diagonals bisect each other. Here also same thing. In a square also same. If it is square, diagonals bisect each other. In a rectangle, diagonals bisect again. So these are the answers for first question in fourth main. Parallelogram, rhombus, square and rectangle. Second one. In second question what they are asking here? Are equal. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are equal. So here in rhombus and square, diagonals are equal. So here in a rhombus and square, diagonals, these two diagonals are equal to each other. So here also, if this is ABCD, in a rhombus AC is equal to BD, in a square also, if this is ABCD, AC is equal to BD. Therefore, diagonals are equal in second question what they are asking, are perpendicular bisector of each other. Perpendicular bisector. So here answer is rhombus and square only. So here Perpendicular bisector means this BD, line BD is perpendicular to AC, and here also line BD is perpendicular to AC. So here diagonals will intersect each other perpendicularly. So here in a rhombus and square, diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Next one, are equal. So answer for equal bisector is rectangle and square. In a rectangle and square, diagonals are equal to each other. Okay, this is the fourth question. First one, what they are asking, name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. In parallelogram, rhombus, square, rectangle, diagonals bisect each other means one diagonal will intersect another diagonal equally. So diagonal bisect each other. Next, perpendicular bisector of each other. Answer for second question is rhombus and square. So in rhombus and square, diagonals are perpendicular bisector of each other. Here diagonals are perpendicular to each other in rhombus and square. Last one, equal. In rectangle and square, diagonals are equal to each other. Next one, in fifth question, what they are asking, explain why a rectangle is convex quadrilateral. Rectangle. This is the rectangle, and we all know in a rectangle all the interior angle is interior angle. This interior angle equals to how much? 90 degree, and these all are less than 180 degree. Therefore, a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. If the interior angle is greater than 180 degree, then we call it as concave rectangle. Concave polygon or quadrilateral. But here all the angles are less than 180 degree, means 90 degree. Therefore, the rectangle is the convex quadrilateral. Next, sixth question, last one. So this is the diagram given for sixth problem. So what they are given here, ABC is a right angled triangle. This triangle ABC is the right angled triangle, and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to right angle. So this O is the midpoint for side opposite to this right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. We have to explain why this O is equidistant from A, B, C. What they have given? ABC is right angle triangle because here angle B is 90 degree, and O is the midpoint of the side. O is the midpoint of the side which is opposite to right angle. So AC is opposite to right angle. Therefore, O is the midpoint of AC line AC. So we have to prove here this O is equidistant from A, B and C. Therefore, we have to prove OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. So here, to prove this, what we can do, we will draw one parallel line to BC, which is called as AD. Parallel to BC, I will draw one line AD. This is parallel to BC, and like this only I will draw another line CD, which is parallel to AB. So here I will write AD is parallel to BC. This AD is parallel to BC, and AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. And if we all know if opposite sides are parallel and equal to each other, then it is called as rectangle. And here one angle is 90 degrees. Therefore, we can call it as rectangle. So in a rectangle, diagonals, we all know diagonals are of equal length. These diagonals, diagonal BD is equals to AC or CA. Diagonals are equal in rectangle. So here I can write BD is equal to AC. Why? Diagonals are equal. Okay. So here again we know in a rectangle these diagonals bisect each other. So here BD bisect AC and AC bisect BD. Bisect means these diagonals will intersect other diagonal equally. So here BD intersect AC equally means here OA is equal to OC. Like this only, OD is equal to OB. Because we all know diagonals bisect each other. Bisect each other in a rectangle. Therefore, OA is equal to OC, OB is equal to OD. Therefore, all these sides are equal: OA, OB, OC, and OD. If all these sides are equal, then this point O is equidistant from point A, B, and C. Therefore, here you can write O is equidistant from A, B, and C. So I hope you all are clear with exercise 3.4. This completes chapter Understanding Quadrilaterals. So in next class I will continue with 4th chapter. Try to practice all the problems of exercise 3, and if you got any doubt, don't hesitate to ask me. Thank you all.